Hey YouTube. I also I found a video the other day showing a broken heat gun from Harbor Freight, and I also have a broken heat gun. It's actually the switch on here that broke. It worked great for about a year, and then the switch just died the other day. So I picked up a new switch today from my local O'Reily Autoparts store. It's just a basic 20 amp little toggle switch. The original one here has two different settings, kind of a low and a high. I only use the high anyway for the stuff I use it for, so I just got a single switch. I'm already taking all the screws out. Make sure it's not plugged in at the moment. This comes out, and I'm trying to figure out which ones go to where, since I only need, I think this is set up for a ground as well, but I'm not going to have a ground on this, so anyway, I'm going to play around with this a little bit and see if I can figure out which ones are going to work for the high setting. What I'm doing here is I'm just taking a razor blade and I'm just slicing up here a little bit, just to enough where I can loosen up this little sheath and slide it back, so then I can get my soldering iron in there and get those leads off. Okay. I quickly realized that I didn't have to use the soldering iron to get that off of there. I can just clip those because I don't need much on it. I did use the soldering iron and got a couple off there, but the last one I clipped off and stripped those back a little bit. The middle one on here was coming off of this black line, so I am assuming that's the main power, and so I put that on the supply volts. It says supply volts, and then I'm just trying this first one here on the middle one for the on. You can see that for the on, and I don't have, like I said, I don't have a ground on this wire. It's only a two-prong. So we're going to fire this up and see if there's any sparks, and see if it works. So plug this in here. And carefully. Okay. No smoke, and that did seem to be on high. So that's good. That's exactly what I want. So I'm going to solder those on there, and I'll probably just cap this one off and put it all back together and see if that works. Stand by. And by the way, I don't have a tripod or an assistant to help me hold the camera while I'm doing this, so I keep going back and forth here. So stand by, and I'll give you an update here in a second. Okay, so just to review here, I just got these soldered back on here. The ones that I used there was a brown wire coming from the black, and again that went to my main power, and then there was sort of a peach colored one here. That's the one I used for the high power, and then the other one was the same color brown as the main power. That's the one I am not using. And then the blue wire on here is the neutral, going to everything else over here. So I'm going to go put this all back together. By the way, I did unplug that before I did any soldering or any touching the wires again. Okay, be back in a sec. Hey, one more thing. I put those sheaths back over the those cables, and it didn't really cover very well, so I just wrapped a little electrical tape around there to make sure there was a little better insulation. Now I will put this all back together, put the screws back in. Okay, we've got this all put back together now, and let's plug it in and see if it works. Yep, good and hot. Huh. Got a little bit of a spark on that, but don't know if it's supposed to do that or not. But it seems to be working. So there you have it. One fixed heat gun cost me, I think it was about $3.99 to fix a, I think I got the heat gun for probably $8 or something. I probably should have just gone and bought a new one, but I'd probably eventually have the same problems with the other one, so hopefully this new switch will last a lot longer than than the first one. So give it a shot, and good luck.